Have you ever had a moment when your life pivoted, where you knew the past was one way of living and the future would be entirely different? That happened to me, Claire Morgan, 32 minutes into a night flight from Denver to New York, somewhere over Nebraska. It wasn't my mother's death last week or becoming a single mom 5 years ago that shifted it. It was the soft hiss of a stranger's voice and a chill no jacket could shake that I was in seat 22B, lugging a suitcase of grief home from the funeral, with my 5-year-old daughter Sophie curled against me, dreaming with her cheek on my arm. The man beside me, in a hoodie with broad shoulders and a calm, ready for anything air, hadn't spoken. I assumed he was just another detached traveler, fine by me, since I've grown used to solitude. Then, a few rows back, a creep's voice slithered over the seats. Bet you'd be warmer without that jacket. Why don't you take it off, sweetheart? I froze, that gut punch of realizing I wasn't safe. His hand brushed my seat, fingers too close. Please don't touch me, I said, voice steady despite my racing heart. Silence fell, broken by a mocking laugh. My seatmate unbuckled, stood smoothly, and positioned himself slightly in front, blocking the guy's view. Quiet, not aggressive, just solid. The creep raised his hands. Hey, take it easy, man, just talking. My companion's response was calm, but cutting. You need to stop. The row tensed. Who do you think you are? The guy challenged. The last person you want to test at 30,000 feet, came the reply. Minutes later, a flight attendant escorted the creep away. My seatmate sat back, unruffled. Thank you, I managed. He nodded. You're welcome. His gaze swept the cabin, never fully at ease. Does that happen often? I asked, half joking, half shaken. Too often, he said, voice heavy with experience. You shouldn't have to say thank you for that. I exhaled, adrenaline fading, curiosity stirring. You don't seem like a tech guy, I teased. A faint grin. Why's that? You didn't hesitate, like you've done this before. He nodded. Military. Army Air Force. Retired, sort of. Sophie slept on, oblivious, her steady breathing a comfort point 2 hours later. We landed in Nebraska for an unexpected layover. The captain announced a delay. People groaned, glued to their phones. Breathe. One thing at a time. Ethan, his name, I learned, said gently. In the terminal, he carried my bag, found us a warm corner. Not the worst place I've been stuck, he quipped. I smirked. Not the best either. At least no one's shooting at us, he added. A staffer brought hotel vouchers. Ethan claimed them for us. You're not dragging a kid through paperwork tonight, he said. We got a modest motel room. 2 beds, thin walls, warm. I tucked Sophie in, and Ethan offered, I can take the floor. You've done enough? I replied. Silence settled, the lamp's glow between us. Do you always step in like that? I asked. He paused. Only when I know silence can cost. His eyes hinted at a story, long, hard. Her name was Marissa, interpreter in Afghanistan. Smart, brave. There was a threat. I waited for protocol. We didn't act fast enough. She didn't make it. I felt his regret. I shared my own, Sophie's dad, years alone, caring for my sick mom. I thought that was strength, I admitted. It is, he said. You're still standing. He handed me water, smirking. Hydration helps. I laughed, real and rare. Morning came, pale and cold. Ethan waited, packed, as Sophie drew pictures. At New York's baggage claim, she grabbed his hand. She's a strong kid, he said. She gets it from her grandmother. I replied, thanks for everything. He nodded, shook my hand, and left. Days later, with Sophie asleep, I searched his name, Colonel Ethan Cole, decorated for a rescue mission. No fanfare. The next morning, he rang my doorbell with Sophie's forgotten drawing. Come in, I said. She ran to him, and he knelt, hugging her. The apartment felt alive, then a twist, a knock. A suited man with a badge. Colonel Cole, we need to talk about the Cairo file. Ethan's posture shifted, military ready. I'm sorry, he said, stepping out. That night, I learned of Cairo, a mission gone wrong, a civilian lost, guilt etched in his past. A week later, he returned at sunrise. I thought I was protecting you by keeping it out, he said. Maybe I needed protecting. He showed his ID, Colonel, Air Force. I want you to see me, not the uniform. Sophie barreled in. You came back. Over coffee, he asked, what's next? That's up to you, I said. I don't want duty. I want to choose you. I reached for his hand. He took it that a year later, at Sophie's kindergarten graduation, Ethan stood back, present. She ran to him, arms wide. Sometimes the hero is the one who stays. Would you chase safety or take a chance on a complicated past? Have you found family in a stranger? Share below. Like, subscribe, and tell us your country if you believe in second chances.